my name, but I bet you're very familiar with my most famous invention, the chocolate chip cookie. Those chocolate chip cookies, I'll never live them down, and I must say, they've given me a very interesting life. They are invented quite on accident. One day, I was cooking in my inn, and I went up to grab cocoa powder, but when I opened it and tried to pour it in, there was nothing in it. So I decided to put pieces of Nestle semi-sweet chocolate chips in the batter instead, and I expected it to melt and make chocolate cookies. But when I took them out of the oven, they weren't what I was expecting. They were this different kind of cookie. They had these brown pieces of chocolate in the middle, and they were not what I wanted. I wanted chocolate cookies. I called my creations Toll House Crunch Cookies because they're made for an inn called Toll House Inn. It was located halfway between Boston and New Bedford, where early travelers had paid road tolls, changed horses, and stopped for home-cooked meals. Keith and I bought the lodge in 1930 and worked hard to make it a warm and successful place that offered great food. The restaurant was quite successful. We had some famous clients, most notably Mr. John Kennedy, the state senator from Massachusetts at the time, and later became our country's 35th president. I was well known for my lobster dinners as well as my desserts. The popularity of my cookie grew during the war when families sent their fellow soldiers in Europe Toll House cookie care packages. These men wrote home telling their families how much they loved the cookies, and soon I was overwhelmed from all over the world asking for my recipe. I solved this problem by making a deal with the Nestle company to let them put my recipe on the back of their chocolate chips for $1 and a lifetime supply of chocolate chips. I call that one sweet deal. My first cookbook that included the Toll House Crunch Cookie was made in 1938, but it went through many printings that did not have it in it. So now you have several ways you could find my recipe, either on the back of a Toll House chocolate chip bag or by reading my latest cookbook edition. And I would also like to invite you, if you're ever in Massachusetts, to come stop by my inn, and I would love to cook you one of my meals. Remember, all you need is love, but a little chocolate now and then doesn't hurt. Does anybody have questions?
Hello, my name is Emily Griffith, and to understand me, you simply need to hear my motto, for all who wish to learn. My life has been dedicated to teaching everyone, not just children, but people of all ages. There are many different types of people who go to my school, including poor people, immigrants who speak different languages, and adults who can't read, and women who struggle to raise their children. The reason why I chose to live in this growing city of Denver, Colorado is because I believe I can make a difference in the people's lives who live here. I'm a strong woman, and I do not believe in failure. I was born in Cincinnati, Ohio, soon after the evils of slavery were ended in our country. When I was growing up, my family was pretty poor, but my dad was a lawyer, but he was very kind-hearted and would not take a case unless he thought his client was innocent. After a few years, he decided to become a missionary for our church. But this eventually made us even poorer. My siblings include my older brother Charles and my two younger sisters, Florence and Isabella. I loved going to school when I was growing up, but often my school work was disrupted from the work I had to do at home. But this did not stop me from reading and learning everything I could. Then my family decided to move to Nebraska to become farmers, but my family was struggling with health issues at the time and could not do work. On top of this, my younger sister, Florence, who had developed epilepsy, who had struggled with mental illness all of her life, developed epilepsy and needed expensive doctor visits. And my father thought Charles and I should get some jobs. And Charles decided to work at a post office, while I decided to become a teacher. Before they had hired me, they had me do many tests, including spelling, writing, and reading. First, they had me spell vicissitudes. After I spelled vicissitudes correctly, they wanted to see me write nicely. So I wrote, "I would very much like to teach in your school." One of the men did not like my S, so I wrote a different S, and the man liked this S. And after many other tests, they ended up hiring me. I worked in a one-room schoolhouse, and the children sat on hard benches. The school did not have playgrounds, gyms, or cafeterias as we do today. When a late freeze killed my father's crops, my family decided to move to Denver. When I was putting in my new teaching application, I decided to put my age as 16 because I knew they would not hire unmarried 27-year-old women. I had several marriage proposals by this time, but I had always turned them down because I did not want a husband to distract me from my family or my work. My most serious suitor was a man named Fortis Cleves. After we courted a while, he asked to marry me. I said yes, but soon I had second thoughts. He did not want me to work, and he told me I would not be able to take care of Florence. Who would have taken care of Florence's illness if I didn't do it? After a few years of being a teacher and eventually an assistant state superintendent, I was finally able to open the school of my dreams. I called the school the Opportunity School as it offered free classes for people of all ages. One day a boy fainted from hunger, and so I started bringing a cauldron of soup with me every day. And I would feed over 200 people from it. The school has become widely successful, and I am quite proud of it. Now I hope why you understand what my motto is for all who wish to learn. I have devoted my life through learning and my love of learning and sharing my love of learning with others. Does anyone have any questions?
Everybody's a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. This means that if you try to make the impossible, it will be a waste of time, but having a big imagination can lead to big things. I was born 14 years after the American Civil War, but I was not born here in America. I was born in Germany. When I was young, I was very slow to speak. I hardly spoke till I was 3. My mother said that she had a present for me, and I thought it was some new mechanical toy or something. But when she showed me my sister, Maya, I asked her, "Where are the wheels?" When I was about 5, I was ill in bed, and my dad gave me a pocket compass. And I remember turning that compass around, knowing that the needle would always face north. And I would try to turn that needle some other direction. And I was trying to wonder what invisible force is pulling that needle. That's when I started thinking about how things work. When I was in school, my teachers were really critical, and they told me And it seemed to me like I didn't have any use of teachers anyways. The best learning I got was about me teaching myself. Throughout my scientific career, I've always been a pacifist, seeking to unlock the secrets of the universe for the good of humankind. Though I know these scientific discoveries, and if they fall in the wrong hands, then it will lead to irreversible damage to our world. To this note, I'd like to speak about my dear colleague, Hungarian physicist Leo Szilard. We met in Berlin in the early 1920s, and together we made the Einstein-Szilard refrigerator. In the early 1930s, he and I had to leave Germany because Hitler was rising into power, and both of us were Jews. That's where Szilard figured out that the neutron-driven fission of heavy atoms could be used to create a nuclear chain, powerful enough to make atomic bombs. So he quickly became concerned that German scientists could be conducting similar experiments. So on July 12, 1939, he and another scientist, Eugene Wigner, drove to Long Island, New York, where I was staying, to explain to me about the dangers of an atomic bomb. I didn't even think about that. So they drafted a letter to Franklin D. Roosevelt, warning him about the dangers of an atomic bomb, and I signed it, which ultimately led to the birth of the Manhattan Project. This is one of the moments that really deeply saddens me, knowing that many lives were lost. I can only justify my signature because of the greater danger that Nazi Germany would have developed the bomb first. Does anyone have any questions about me or my life?